Okay, we're gearing up for a new training that's coming in just before Christmas, about 4 weeks before Christmas. And it's important that you pre-register for this. The number one thing is that there's going to be in January, in about 8 weeks' time from this recording, recording is around the 10th of November, this new training is going to be about complying with all these new laws. The new laws with the S.A.F.E Act and new laws with um, the Dodd Frank uh, new laws. And what it is got to do with when you're helping somebody buy a house through seller financing, you really do need to be able to know what these new laws are all about. What can you do, what you can't do. Okay. Um, and once you understand this, you're going to be a lot more confident. And if you are compliant with the S.A.F.E Act and you are compliant with the Dodd Frank Law, then you can do some amazing things. But if you're not compliant, you are risking some major problems. Major problems. One of the major problems you're going to get is they have put in the law remedies that if a buyer is getting financed on a rent-to-own or a wraparound mortgage or something like that, and you do it wrong, well, what happens is they are allowed to sue you for up to 3 years. 3 years of back payments plus legal fees. That could be a huge amount of money. I mean, if you're paying $1,000 a month times 3 years, 12 months times three, that's $36,000. Ah, are you out of your mind? But that's what the government has done. They've put in these remedies, and what's going to happen is it's going to be these ambulance chase attorney types. Remember these foreclosure rescue? You know, if you've been foreclosed on by Bank of America, call this law firm, and we'll be able to help you save your house. Well, what's going to happen is these lawyers are going to get a hold of those remedies, and they're going to basically say, did you buy a house on terms through a land contract or contract for deed or a wraparound mortgage or a lease with an option, anything that's got to do with seller financing? Did you do that? Well, we might be able to get you all your money back. Isn't that insane? I think that's insane. I think the government has swung the pendulum way too far, allowing these remedies in a federal law. So, what we've got to do is we've got to be extremely vigilant when we do underwrite a buyer, and you've got to write it a certain way. And we're going to teach you in this webinar what you can do and what you can't do. And if you're one of our students, this comes free. If you want just the webinar as far as what these underwriting, what you got to be careful of, there's going to be a nominal fee for that. So please sign up. It's so important to sign up now so that you can get a hold of this webinar and learn what you have to do. Because if you write anything from the 10th of January in 2014 on, you're going to have a big headache, and I mean a huge headache. You don't need these kind of problems. So the other thing too is if you do it the right way and you use our system and you use our attorney and you use that framework, then you can walk confidently in perhaps even a realtor meeting on a Monday morning and say, we are Dodd Frank compliant. We are S.A.F.E Act compliant with our documents. And I think that's just going to give you, open up a big window. It's a good marketing tool to be able to talk to real estate agents about you being compliant with the new laws after the 10th of January. So sign up for the webinar. I hope you enjoy that. If you got any questions, just give me a phone call, and that number is 626-318-0599, or shoot me an email, and we'll talk about it. But get into that webinar. It's so important. And if you are, if you're a paid student, this is free, because our paid students learn so much about not just seller financing like lease options and wraparound mortgages, but how to buy free and clear houses with private mortgages, how to do land trusts, how to negotiate with realtors, how to market their business so they have too many leads, how to network with other wholesalers and get their garbage leads. all sorts of ways to market. So I want to thank you so much for listening to this. I hope you sign up for the webinar. This is Brian Gibbons with reiskills.com, helping you as a real estate investor make more money and with these new laws more safely. Thanks a lot.